everybody between the ages of like 18 and 30-ish, give or take, that shows up at my stores for 8 a.m. Anybody, any single one of these guys, is all going to one particular place, and it's called SWAP. SWAP, the Sheriff's Work Alternative Program. This essentially is how to keep your ass out of jail. They need to have this program more often in this world. I promise you it'll change things. Just do this and life will be so much better for the entire community, everybody, you know, anybody that's standing in the way of anything, people will understand. You know, these guys, essentially, guys and girls, it's a mix. I can look at the people and go, oh yeah, they're trouble. Like, I can look at them in the face and just know, because I know people. I'll jokingly say it like it is, you know, like, so, you're up early. I'm like, yeah. Where you headed? What you doing? And that's when they go, oh, I gotta go to this thing at Dupage County, gotta do some like community service stuff. I'm like, oh, the SWAT program. Like, yeah, blah, blah. You know, it's basically it's kind of like hardcore community service, you know, and these guys, you know, they're just regular people like me and you, everybody else, you know. They've made a mistake somewhere in the middle of their lives and they're now they gotta pay for it in a way. But it keeps them out of jail, and I think it's a very good scenario for society to like continue doing this thing as is, just because why would you want to put people that are like decent human beings? Like, they made mistakes, big fucking deal. They're grown-up kids, you know. Time out is basically what you're gonna be doing to these people. But you throw them in jail, they become like the worst possible people. They do. They really do. I can't even imagine people walking into a place like jail and then walking out and being an okay person, you know, that sort of mindset. So when they do this sort of program, I applaud it, you know, and I see their faces I mean, it helps us get business in the morning. It's great for us. But, you know, I applaud this thing where it's like somebody somewhere along the lines had it right in their head to go, we can't be sending this kid off to jail. This is not a good scenario for him to be in. Jail is meant for like the worst of worst, right? The worst of worst. The kid down the street who has a drug possession, is he really the worst of worst? Or could you possibly maybe like send him into a class to get him some help for his addiction issue? Something like society to me right now, I can't figure out some of the things that they do and why they thought these were great ideas in the past, where it's like, yeah, let's take these young bright minds that are making stupid decisions with their lives and just wreck their future. Yeah, really good idea. America, you want to make America great? Here's what you do. You make more SWAT programs. You make it more of an intensive thing. You make it happen more often, right? These people that have made dumb decisions with their lives, unless they're robbing banks or like hurting people in the, you know, process of their lives, I can understand why you might want guys like that behind bars. But kids, you know, young people that are just coming of age, everything, like, because I consider people up to the age of 28 to still be a minor in my eyes. Like, 18 is the number that society has used. In my eyes, it's 28. It's crazy. Like, I don't consider most young people to even have figured out shit until they're at that age. But to take someone's life at that point and go, yo, you screwed up really big, bro. Spend some time in a cell. Really good idea. Yeah, that's gotta totally like help them reform and become better people in the population of America. Are you serious? Like, who decided this? Like, what moron was like, oh yeah, let's totally send all of our kids off to jail. It's some asshole that got money out of the deal. Like, they were like, hey, we could do this, and the company was like, yeah, let's totally set up everything and we'll make this work, and all you gotta do is make a little bit stricter laws about something like what are those pot kids, yeah, let's get them in the mix of all this stuff and send them away for 10 years for carrying and possession and selling, you know, whatever we could do. We'll figure out a way to do it. Well, yeah, we'll know. John is in the system. He'll know exactly what to do next, and John is the one who's like essentially setting up the shit so people go off to jail. SWAP is a good program. It's a good program, and I think people should pay attention to this sort of thing more in the future, where it's like, you know, I just have young people coming into my store from time to time, and they're going there to reform their lives and deal with consequences of their actions. Great, love it. But all these laws and all these like excess of destroying people's futures, really? Who elected these people? America.